he's not confident. That's all it is. The dude has no confidence. He's worried that he's going to get hurt or he's going to hurt someone. And that's when you actually do that kind of shit.
Yeah.
All right, let's get going.
Okay.
He's American
made. Welcome to It's All Pro Wrestling Podcast. My name is Bill.
And my name is Doug.
And together we are two men in our 40s talking about professional wrestling and how great it is to be an American. Doug, how was your 4th of July weekend?
Well, Bill, it had its ups and it had its downs.
Downs?
Downs. It had its shitty moments because I had to go to the next day. I had to wake up at 1 a.m. to go to work.
Oh, that's right. You were on Super Monday, Wednesday.
So we were down in Strasbourg, got home about 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So the first part of the day was great. And then
at Strasbourg, did you have lobster stuffed crabs and escargot?
No, I had tri-tip.
Tri-tip's good.
It was delicious.
Can't fuck up a tri-tip. It's the easiest thing to cook.
Yeah.
You cannot fuck up a tri-tip. Anyway.
And then, so got home about 4. Wellington was already doing fireworks.
Yeah.
And they didn't stop till about 11:15.
Yeah.
I laid in bed about 5:15 and could never fall asleep.
You should have just done the Hatman trick. You should have Hatmanned it.
I should have, because
you should have dropped. No, man, I need to find that article again. But there was it's specified
25?
like how many. No, well, that's for Hatman. No, it was it was this whole article about how many pills you take at what level of psychosis you're going into. So you should have just texted me and I could have been like, take this many.
Yeah, so they were just the whole town just surrounding my house. It sounded like there's fucking cannons in my backyard.
Well, and Wellington actually has a good fireworks show too, and it's not too far from your house either.
No, you can see it right out the driveway.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Doug.
It's okay. It's okay. Let's see, what else did I do? I had a lot of panic attacks at work. That was cool.
That's not good.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
I know. You could just quit.
I almost did.
I'm just saying you can quit.
It was close.
You're a very capable human being who can find a job that makes the exact same amount of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then another good point. I saw you.
Yeah.
We went to Ratio Beer Works and saw some wrestling.
Mm-hmm. We did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ratio was a little nicer than you mentioned it last year. I'll just tell you that. I liked Ratio.
I liked the brewery itself. It was the weird part of however I came in last year.
I have no idea how you came in, and it would have been sketchy because
me neither. Because
that is literally 2 blocks south of Grandma's house.
Yeah. What is
it? Yeah. Grandma's house is just up Broadway.
I don't know how I got there last time, but it felt.
Yeah.
It brought me in the back way, and
there is no back way. I think there's 2 ways you can get in there. Anyway.
Anyways.
But yeah, no, Ratio is fun. I liked it.
For sure. It was good times.
I mean, I won't go back unless there's wrestling, but it was fun.
Right.
It's just, yeah.
Bill, how was your week?
My week was okay. I guess. So far, no injuries, which is awesome. Yay! I am wearing my cute little elbow brace because I'm Jesus. And but no, yeah, so far so good. Saw wrestling with you.
Mhm.
4th of July was our 4th of July was pretty good, except for like the rain kind of like was messing everyone's schedule up.
Yeah.
Which it did for everyone in the state, I think. But made some ribs, did 3 racks of ribs, way too many ribs.
It's a lot of ribs.
It's a lot of ribs, but it's one of those you buy it at Costco and it's a 3-pack. And so we normally would do like 1 or 2 racks, and then I'd freeze this third, and then I'd never do anything with it, and I'd throw it away. So I was just like, fuck it, we're gonna cook it and do something like that. And the ribs came out pretty good. What else did I eat with it? Had some coleslaw. Did baked potatoes, which was a little different for 4th. We normally do potato salad. Watched TV until the local municipal fireworks said that, okay, we're going to go in 15 minutes. And we went up on the hill next to that Safeway.
Okay.
There.
Yeah.
And there's a spot that overlooks the park that they shoot it off. So that's what Mallory and I have done every year since we've lived here, other than when we get drunk and or high and sit on our roof and almost fall off, because we could just get out our bedroom window and sit on our roof.
I think I remember that.
Yeah. Kids had sparklers. My neighbor bought a bunch of mortars, but he's cool. I like my neighbor a lot. And he's just like, hey, you guys just want to hang out? I'm like, yeah, we'll hang out. So he's shooting off mortars as it's like downpouring rain. Damn things are going off like well below the elevation they should be going off at because of the whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Nothing super dangerous, but it was just like, I barely cleared the house type of thing. Then watched some wrestling, played some Fight Forever.
Nice. How's that going?
Good. I haven't been, admin on it, but I did go do the Road to the Elite. Is that what it's called? Whatever the storyline mode is. I created our sweet boy Andy Butcher, and I did one of the scenarios for it. There's supposed to be like a bunch of different scenarios that you can do, and he ended up beating up Miro because Miro was a bully. But I'm really proud of my Andy. Like his moveset is almost spot on, as far as I can tell. And now I'm being a creep and creating a female wrestler because I want to do the ladies wrestling side of it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Just trying to figure out her moveset, and it's a lot tougher than I think. So
do you overanalyze the moveset?
What the fuck do you think? Because
like an Excel spreadsheet.
You don't know how much, like, so ever since the very first time you could create a wrestler on a game, which I want to say was it was the WWE game that was made by maybe Acclaim for the PlayStation 1. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, but like, dude, I made the entire ECW roster. I went through it like every move because I figured out like, oh shit, that's the snowplow. I could give that to Al Snow and have him, I like. There's the functions of the creator wrestlers moveset. Like there's so many different variations of just like a simple move that like I'm literally analyzing like, okay, like for Andy, like exactly how does he come over with his chop? Because there's like 16 chops and I'm just like, no, it comes like this. Like it pissed me off though because there's one option where he does like drop kick and I was like he doesn't do a drop kick, but there was the only option
you have to for that drop kick
for that specific thing. That was the only option there was. But no, it's pretty fun despite the PS4 patch just finally coming down on the 4th. That was fucking frustrating as shit the first day. But overall, it's a fun game. The mini games are fun. The road to the elite is fun. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It has a lot that it needs to do still, but I'm pretty confident that it will. And all of it has to do really with the creator wrestler. Just not enough options as far as building the person. So, but you could the movesets are fucking phenomenal. So Doug, you can make Kota Ibushi relatively easily in AEW Fight Forever.
Ooh, he's dreamy.
He is dreamy. Doug?
Yes, Bill.
For assignments, you said that I had to watch some Kota Ibushi. Let's get into it, baby.
Yeah, I did. What? Bill?
Transition.
Where
transition.
did I take you this week?
Doug, you took
It's really good.
Yes, thank you, bud. You took me to Tokyo, Japan. You took me on top of Tokyo, Japan. You took me to the Tokyo Dome. And it is January, I'm going to say the 4th because it should be the 4th. I just want to double check.
When's Wrestle Kingdom?
January 4th. So
Yay.
I had it in my head that it was January. I just doubled, like, it was one of those. I'm like, I'm probably wrong. January 4th, 2015, New Japan Pro Wrestling presents Wrestle Kingdom 9 IWGP Intercontinental Championship. A very gorgeous belt. The fact that it went into the disgusting IWGP belt now is gross and I hate it. Needs to be separated and we can bring it back. And you have the man with the entrance, the man who made me go, yeah, I think I'd kiss him. Shinsuke Nakamura as your champion versus Kota. I would definitely kiss him. Ibushi. By the way, that little Daily Motion link you got was really high quality. Like, I was not expecting it to be that good.
I was thinking that after I was done watching, I'm like, Bill was dissing on the quality of Daily Motion, but that was really good.
That one was solid. It's a really good one. So Daily Motion, if you want, there's links on our site, and you can find it in the assignment area. If you don't have New Japan World, and that's fine, not all of us do, check this match out. That's what I'm going to start with, because I've watched this match before so many times. I mean, not, and by so many times, yeah, and by so many times, like I would say like 5 times or so. Because this is the match that introduced me to what a Shinsuke Nakamura was.
Okay.
And this is just like you were introduced to him via the Sami Zayn match in NXT. This is a great way to be introduced to Shinsuke Nakamura, right? Like, I just every single thing about this match was so beautiful, so amazing. As soon as I saw, like, I got excited because I couldn't remember if Shinsuke had, for his entrance, if he came out in the crown in 9 or in 10. Mm-hmm. Because 10 he's wrestling AJ, and I couldn't remember like which the crown was, but it was, this was it. And I squealed when I saw the crown. There's just something about, like, he does the thing with the walk where he like shifts his, like, it's kind of like robotic, and he kind of does a little hop, and his like arms sway back inside. Like, he doesn't do that very often, but he looked fucking cool as shit with that crown and the big ass fucking cape. Like, he's so fucking cool. I mean, I could go into breaking down things, but I'm just going to tell people you just need to fucking watch this match because it's fucking great. We had a brief moment of dark-eyed Coda.
Yes.
He went into dark-eyed Coda, which what's funny about that though is I don't remember him going into dark-eyed Coda, but yeah, he did. And then Coda's sell of the finisher, spoiler alert, like he landed on his fucking face. Like he didn't flare bump or like he like turns like because you do the the flare, he falls flat on his face thing where it's actually all of Flair's body hits at the exact same time. Coda, in perfect Coda fashion, decides that he's going to run his head straight into the fucking mat. Like I was just like, I panicked. I panicked at that, and then fucking Coda's Kinshasa, how fast that fucker was. I have never seen a more brutal looking Kinshasa than that one. That was insane. But loved it. It was a great pick. It reminded me why I love New Japan specifically, from 2015, like 2014, 15, in, up until the Elite left. And then I still pay attention to it because of this shit right here. This match kind of specifically, but it has to do with the great production value. I love how New Japan does, how they have their cameras, how do they utilize their cameras, how they make it all about the match. Like you have your entrances look fucking cool and they're awesome. But after that, no, it's about the wrestlers in the ring. There's no bullshit. There's no bullshit that's around it. Like this is about what you're going to see in the ring. I just love it. I loved it. Actually, it's probably turning. It's like as far as like ever watching a match, it's easily top 15 for me. So
yeah, this is my first time watching it. I don't. When we had New Japan World for a while, like I was always the one like, oh, I need to watch this. But never made it around to it. And then, it's not on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, see, and that's that's how I was watching it. I would go around just finding YouTube links back in the day. Cause remember like we found like the Okada and Kenny matches on YouTube. Like they would go up and they'd be up for like maybe 2 days and then they go down and then they pop up again. But like we were able to find it. Now how New Japan is just killing copyright and that's a whole nother thing.
Right.
It's really tough to find. So it makes sense that you haven't found this because you didn't have the access.
Right. And it was kind of before my time of New Japan, Shinsuke, Kota. But yeah, I absolutely loved it. Shins reminded me of how fucking cool Shinsuke Nakamura is.
He's the fucking coolest.
How brutal both of them can be.
I'm just going to interject real quick. My kids were watching it with me. And they were just like, oh, just because their main exposure to Shinsuke is WWE Shinsuke, like pre-retirement Shinsuke. And they're like, oh my God, because they've seen Kota matches, but like they just never, like they were ramped up. They love that match. So, but yeah, the brutality.
Yeah, there's so many. Yeah, just the hard hitting, the hard kicking, charisma out of both of them, just oozing everywhere. Just both. It was just like you kept it simple. Just fucking watch the match. Like they're both so fucking cool. It's just an awesome match.
Kota being a real piece of shit.
Shinsuke being a real piece of shit.
Yeah, it was perfect. Like it was Kota be's a piece of shit. Then Shinsuke's like, okay, fuck you. I will be a piece of shit too. And then just kept on escalating. It was fun. I liked it.
Yeah.
Well, I already said that, but man.
Then you got young Michael Nakazawa.
I didn't see that until the very end that Nakazawa was on the side of the ring. And then I asked my kids and they're like, who's Michael Nakazawa? I'm like, that's fair.
Oh.
Like it is, but they don't need yeah.
There's no reason. Yeah.
There's no reason they should know who Michael Nakazawa is. Like, yes, they watch AEW, but it's not like he's a significant character still. But anyway, Doug, where did I take you?
Well, Bill, you took me. Same year.
Yeah,
Huh.
I realized that when I was entering stuff in.
You took me to April 19th, 2015. We got Lucha Underground Season 1, Episode 39. The Siet. It's typed it in there. So
that's how it's on.
That's how it's on there.
Oh, you know what? I think I know what I did. I think I took it from Cage Match, and they're all fucking Germans. So
That makes sense.
That's
the Sierra
I never took
match.
Spanish. Yeah, the Sierra Miedo.
Zero Fear match.
Mm-hmm.
We have Pentagon Jr. versus Vampiro.
Mm-hmm.
Who came out dressed like in a weird robe and creepy face paint.
He was dressed as a priest, Doug.
As a priest,
yeah, like a creepy priest. I dug it. I really did.
It was awesome.
But
I need to go back and watch because I remember hearing I didn't quite get there when I was watching it because I got about 3/4 through the season 1 and I didn't quite get to this match. Mm-hmm. But I've heard great things about this match.
Mm-hmm.
Simply put, it was just fucking brutal. I didn't realize I was going to be watching a death match.
You didn't know it was the death match? Did I just battleground you?
Yes.
Oh, fuck, dude. No, I didn't. I thought you were aware of it was insanely bloody and violent and I'm sorry about that.
No.
You can handle it, but I just had no idea you didn't know that it was a very bloody and violent match.
I think I remember hearing that it was, but it escalated so fast I wasn't necessarily prepared for it to just be 2 minutes in. I am slicing your face off with a light tube. I mean, I liked it. It wasn't over. It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, that was
the appropriate amount of violence and blood, if that makes sense. It wasn't over the top. They made it pretty swift.
I would say it pushed it a little for TV. for cable TV, I would say it pushed it a little, but I'm not gonna be a prude about it.
It wasn't 35 minutes of every
guys hitting each other with a fucking weed whacker, and then here's another pallet of
then we're gonna
go through.
Get a cookie sheet, and then we're gonna get a frying pan, and then we're gonna get
and then we have to walk over and set on top of the stage, and then one of us has to get thrown off the stage into a large refrigerator boxes.
And then after we're 3 minutes later, after we've caught our breath, we're gonna it was just kind of boom, 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 thumbtacks, light tubes, fire table.
And to add 40,000 chairs.
Yeah. No, it was a fun match. It was fucking brutal. I forgot how good Pentagon looked back then in 2016.
Oh, he
Just
was so fucking cool.
fast.
Brutal.
Brutal, fast, swift,
Scary.
just calculated.
Yes.
There
was a reason. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go.
No, just there's a reason why, in the beginning when, Lucha Brothers were beginning of AEW, I was, very high on them and excited because, remembering those early days of Lucha Underground and how awesome both of the Phoenix and Penta were.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And on top of that, I mean, we had the all-in match between him and Kenny. Like, he was doing a ton of stuff in the Chicago area. He was doing stuff in MLW. I mean, he was all over the place.
He was popping everywhere.
Yeah, and he was so good and scary and cool and yeah, I mean, I was stoked for him in AEW. And really, in the end, it's not like he's disappointed. Well, no, he has disappointed me. I'll just say that. But like, he's still putting on really fucking great matches. He just lets Phoenix do everything. Like, Phoenix just runs the show. So, yeah,
I thought commentary did a really good job during that match.
Matt Striker is good on commentary. I know people kind of go like, well, actually, no, I take that back. Matt Striker can be really good on commentary. He could also be dog shit on commentary. But yeah, he was great. He was awesome on commentary.
I always liked him in Lucha Underground.
Yeah, exactly. But like he would be what? Like, he did WWE, ECW. He did a couple other things here and there. For WWE, and yeah, it was okay. But
did he make it to TNA?
Yes, he was in TNA during like the really low years.
Yeah,
like when they were filming things on phones and twitching it. Like, that was the only way for them to get out, was to do live streaming.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall, sorry, go ahead.
No, go, please.
Because I was gonna wrap it.
Ooh.
That was getting weird. If you haven't seen Lucha Underground, watch this match, but I highly recommend starting back season 1, episode 1. It's just so unique. It's just really fucking cool. It's more of a it's fun. It puts more of a TV show, soap opera feel to it.
It's 100% a telenovela.
Yeah, all those, God, what's the owner's name?
I don't know. He's in MLW though.
The guy who is all those scenes in his office, and when Conan comes in, and just the back room, like, are the creepy locker room, the son of broiler room, like, is
spooky.
Everyone changes their name, but you got people, you got Johnny Underground, your boy Puma. Prince Puma.
Fuck him. He was great. He was great in Lucha Underground though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about Matanza. We talked about Swerve.
Drago, Phoenix, Penta, your boy Brian Cage. Yeah, there's just a lot of
Cage. Your boy.
A lot of cool people. So what
you
something
keep
I
on calling Brian Cage my boy, I'm really gonna throw that one at you.
A really cool feature I loved about Lucha Underground is if you started at episode 1, you just weren't watching random wrestlers. It introduced you to every wrestler. So for the first 2-3 episodes, you're only watching 6, 7, 8 wrestlers. But then next
It's that,
week,
yeah.
they would introduce you to a new person. So, by, 15 weeks in, you got 20 wrestlers, but you're introduced, you get backgrounds, you learn about every wrestler that you're going to see. It's just not, thrown in. And then you get your appearances of, Alberto Del Rio, Rey Mysterio.
I forgot Ray was in it.
Yeah, it's just something different and a lot of fun.
My kids watched it with me too. We watched the Lucha Underground match first and then the New Japan match afterwards. Like we just back to backed it. And yes, I know the whole all ages kids thing. My kids can handle that shit. Some kids can't. So fuck off. Like they were just like, what is this? Like, cause they were drawn in by the whole set. I mean, cause there was none of that telenovela other than the warehouse that they're in, how the seating is set, how the stage, how the mat or how the ring is set. They're like, oh God, that's Penta. Oh, he looks cool. They got turned into it. And then they figured out that there's a story. Like at the, as things were happening, they're like, oh, there's this other weird story. And they loved it. And it's God, Lucha Underground was so cool and so fun. And that was at the time. Like I don't know, man. I don't know exactly what the heyday of, the 2010s wrestling was, but 2015, 2016 kind of seems like it might be it. I don't know. Because
there's a lot of awesome shit going on.
It was good. Yeah. And it was right before WWE started going to shit. Like
NXT
was going insane.
Was amazing. New Japan
was insane. Lucha Underground looked like a legitimate contender. TNA was going in. TNA was trying to figure out if Jeff Jarrett or Dixie Carter is going to own them and whatever the hell. But they were still doing some stuff. Ring of Honor was really getting going again. It had its second resurgence. Fucking PWG, Progress, Rev Pro in the United Kingdom. They were kicking it up. DDT was something solid. Stardom was really getting going. Like, I mean, that era is just fucking Jesus. It was a good time to be a wrestling fan back then. Yeah. And I don't want to do that from like a nostalgic, like Attitude Era was the best, because it wasn't. It really wasn't, but there were some cool things that happened during it. But like that 2015, like 14, 15, 16, or however you want to do it, there's 3 years there that were like really fucking cool. And we started getting in on it right at that time.
Right. So, and for me we started to get back into wrestling. It kind of started with nostalgia, but then
100%.
I felt like I took a different approach to watching wrestling. I was able to appreciate, I guess, the wrestling aspect of it more than just, oh, he's a good guy, bad guy. Look, like, I'm watching these crazy technical, NXT matches, just appreciating the, wrestling side of things. And in that time frame, like, things were just really, like you said, really just not peaking, but like
it was
a lot of good things are happening.
Like it was vibrating, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like it was just there was, I mean, if you want to call it electricity, like there was just something going on at that time. And I was so happy that I got that New Japan match from you. I was happy to give this one to you. As far as, and it just, Jesus, it was good. Good round of matches. So with that being said, Doug, what garbage shit are you giving me?
How did you know?
Was it garbage shit? I just guessed, but fuck.
It's a good guess. Okay. You're gonna really laugh at me because I was going in one direction,
Yeah.
but then decided I'll talk about this later. I found the I was looking at something and the Doink the Clown versus Hacksaw Jim Duggan match came on. The one where they
Yeah.
get in a
Oh god,
fight.
you found that match?
I found it. It popped up. I have it saved. Yeah. I actually watched
God.
it real quick.
Well, yeah, I don't think it's anything but
Oh,
like
man.
3 or 4
It's like-
minutes. Well, it's probably like
it's-
20 minutes, but like
It's a 12-minute link, but it's like 3 minutes.
of actual something happening.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
crazy.
man.
Okay. So this match I'm taking you, I honestly
Have no idea what the
have
promotion
no
is.
idea what the promotion is, where it is, when it is. But it's a 2-on-2 match,
Nah. Oh, it's a 2-on-2 match?
and we got Kikataro in it. That's all you need to know.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
How come they didn't interview Kikataro?
Well, no, sorry. No, sorry. The match I'm actually sorry. Bill,
Okay,
so
okay,
I did
goddamn
not
it,
give
Doug.
you I did not give you Doink the Clown versus Hacksaw because
Oh,
I decided to give you something a little more. So instead, I randomly found this VKF, whatever promotion that is.
Vincent Kennedy. Fuck.
Yes.
Okay.
And it is a mixed gender tag team
Oh, no.
match that has Kikataro and some other guy in a sexy singlet. I don't know.
Okay.
And
Versus
it's
who?
Kikataro. I have no idea. There's one.
You don't have any idea what any of this is.
No, I didn't have time to like try to
No.
copy it into
So
a translate. I have no idea.
Oh, so is this a Japanese?
Yeah, it's like everything's in
Okay.
Japanese except the letters VKF and
VKF.
and then later there's a and Xina XINA versus and then more Japanese writing.
So Xena. So VKF is VKF Pro Wrestling. They are based out of Osaka, Japan. They ran from 2007 to 2021. Doug, just go to Cage Match.
Oh yeah, god damn it.
I mean, you'll say it all wrong, but eventually you'll be fine. You have any idea what the year was?
I think it is 2007.
Oh, geez. Okay. Oh, geez.
Unless that was like when the promotion was, because
You're gonna kill me because I'm gonna have to go through
I-
this.
I think it's 8/3/2007.
8/3/2007.
Whether that's March or
okay. Okay, I'm looking.
okay,
Michael
it's
Nakazawa was on
Kikataro
that
and
card.
Xena versus
I found it.
Apple Miyuki and Antonio
And,
Honda.
Antonio Honda. Yep, I found it. Yep,
And I just sent it
fantastic. Good job. Well, I found the card.
to you. So I'm like, it just like popped up randomly, and I scrolled in real quick. I'm like, okay, this looks fun. It's fucking Kikataro, and he's amazing.
Yeah, he's beautiful. But is this? I wonder if this is Kikataro. Is it Kikataro as we know? Yeah, probably it is. It is. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah. No, because the reason why I ask is because Kikataro used to be a deathmatch wrestler.
Okay. It definitely looks like the Kikataro
Yeah.
we've seen. Mass,
Yeah,
Sammy.
he is. He is, because I went and I had to go into my Chikara brain, and he
Mhm.
was like in Chikara in 2006 as it was a different name, but it was Kikataro. I think it might have been Ibicio or Iberto or Ebison. It was Ebison. So anyway,
Hey, you have a really nice lime green Kikataro shirt.
I do. I love that shirt.
Wait,
I wish
was it?
Kikataro would come
Did
back.
you think it was blue?
I thought it was sky blue.
Sky blue.
Sky
and
blue,
green.
like baby blue. Yeah,
I
that's okay.
loved
You thought
watching
you thought you
Kikataro.
had. I don't remember what color it was, but you got a regular yellow Bruce Wayne shirt.
Yeah, I thought it was like neon lime green, and I was all pumped.
You thought you got the Kikataro color.
Yeah, and then I get home, I'm like, oh, it's yellow. Man, it's still cool, and I still wear it. But
Yeah.
so there you go, buddy. I
So
got
wait,
you.
why did you even bring up the Matt Bourne thing?
Well, because I was gonna give you both. I was gonna start that off as like a joke, like, "Well, Bill, I'm taking you to
some place
wherever
in
New
New York, or
York."
Illinois. Yeah, there's somewhere in
And then
New
you'd
York.
be like, "Oh, god damn it!" So
Maybe.
it's one thing I want you to watch, but I don't necessarily want us to be how we remember Matt Bourne, because it's well,
Okay,
yes, he wasn't like
No, let's talk about that real quick.
okay,
That is Matt Bourne.
yeah,
Matt Bourne. There is never. So we're referring to Matt Bourne, who is the original Doink the Clown, Big Josh, all that shit, right? They just had a Dark Side of the Ring. What, 2 weeks ago on him, and it was a great fucking episode. It's actually one of my favorite episodes now. Like, I would include it on the list of the blog I wrote a couple weeks back. If you want to find out more, it's at the website. It's allprowrestling.com. Click on blogs. You'll be able to find it that way. We'll also put a link in the description. But he's not a well man. He was not a well man. He was an addict. He was abusive. He was violent. So him trying to shoot on Duggan in what was it? What they said, like, what did Duggan say? Like 30 years afterwards?
yeah.
Like, dude.
So the reason he's holding a 30-year feud with Hacksaw and Jim Duggan is like, where were they? They weren't in Memphis.
Mid-South.
They were Mid-South.
They're Mid-South.
And
Bill Watts.
They were in a trio together. I don't remember the third.
DiBiase.
Okay.
It was
and
DiBiase, Hacksaw, and Bourne.
And after the match, a fan punches Hacksaw in the face. Hacksaw hits him back, knocks him to the ground. But then Bourne comes up and kicks the guy in the face so hard that his eyeball pops out.
Yeah.
So Bill Watts they both get in trouble, but Hacksaw gets to stay. Bill Watts fires Matt Bourne, and apparently Matt Bourne never let that go and held it against Hacksaw for 30 years.
Yep. Except for, here's the thing with Watts. One of the biggest things about Mid-South Wrestling is that Watts always wanted big, strong men who could handle themselves. Because if you are challenged, the one of, I think it was like rule number 1. They even mentioned it in the JYD episode a couple nights ago. One of the first rules about Mid-South is that when you're in Mid-South and you get into a skirmish, you get into a bar fight, you get into anything, you have to kick that person's ass completely or you will be fired.
Yeah, I remember
Matt
hearing
Bourne
that a lot.
Matt Bourne did something so egregious that Bill Watts fired him for his own rule. Like,
yeah,
like it's what I saw. I saw a tweet about Bourne where it really takes a certain human to be kicked out of Mid-South for fighting a fan, and or to get fired from Mid-South for fighting a fan, and to get kicked out of ECW in 1994 for drug use.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus. Guy was fucked up. Except for goddamn that Doink. Oh fuck, he was amazing.
He could
God, he was
wrestle.
so good. Dude could go, but he's a scary motherfucker. And
Yes.
maybe that one lady killed him. I don't know.
I don't know, but it was an awesome episode of Dark Side of the Ring. I highly recommend it.
Mhm.
And this match was like, let me pull it up really quick. They touch it briefly in Dark Side of the Ring.
No, they touched it pretty hard because they had Hacksaw there. So Hacksaw's
Oh yeah.
Hacksaw, and then like Mick's just like,
If you're gonna
if you have a problem, you yourself have a problem if you can hate Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Like everyone loves Hacksaw.